Hey, it's up YouTube. Thanks for joining me here at Paid to Trade. So today I'm going to recap a couple of trades that I took and kind of go over FOMO and hey, why you don't need to worry about it. Now, as you can see right now, I'm digging myself out of the red. I actually took a bad trade on, or a couple of bad trades on a couple of accounts. Um, it is what it is. But I'm not trying to get these up to par with this year. I would like to get rid of the red, but if this trade doesn't push me far into the green, that's okay. If it leaves me a little bit in the red, I'll take it because it's definitely we're looking at less red than what we are right here. Um, so I'm going to let this kind of just finish up. I'm just scooting up my stop. But anyhow, uh, so so today I was actually I was out and about this morning. I had a really busy morning, so I wasn't around to be able to trade. Not first thing in the morning. And the market. Here's the overall picture of the market. So this is over the past few days. Looking at the 4-hour chart, we're selling off a little bit. So it looks like we had a bounce. We pushed up right around here, but we didn't break this area here, and we need to do that in order for us to continue to push up. At least test these next levels up here. So we weren't able to do that. Hold on one second. Let's see. Uh, yeah, we're finally a little green. Let's scoot this up just a little bit. Let's scoot up my stop. What are we doing here?
Target filled.
Okay, so back in the green. That's cool. I'm going to leave that alone. Overall, still very good day. So back to what I was saying. Okay, so yeah, we've been selling off. Overall, it's kind of a downtrend. We had a little bounce, pushed up, but we wicked up to here. You can see 153.10, and then this is 152.82. Here we have 152.85, and then overnight, I think we we're at 152.73. So not quite up here. So it's looking like a fail. Okay, and so if we look at this morning, let's see, we'll do this here. Here we go. Here we go. Look at this morning. So here is pre-market. We're kind of selling off, and then here's where we opened up at. So things were pretty volatile. Look at those wicks. Okay. And so if we look at the wicks, we got a low of what's that? 151.80, and then we have a high of 152.20. So we got a 40-point spread or 40-point range that we're looking at. So we got 40 points, and then we start making a wedge, which I've already drawn out. But I wasn't able to take advantage of any of this. Granted, I'm glad I wasn't caught in this craziness right here, which I don't always trade right at open, but I'm just glad I didn't even have the chance to do it. But you could see that we were going to break down or break up. So based on what's happening here and the fact that we're making lower highs, it makes sense that we would break down and then go into more of a sell-off. So I would have loved to capture this move, or at least part of it. That would have been great. I didn't, though. I wasn't able to. So by the time I got back to the house, I saw we were getting closer to this area here. So I already had this orange area mapped out. And I don't know why I don't have it mapped out well here because, I'll show you, which I guess I need to tweak something. But you can see my areas here are mapped out much better. So we bottomed out here towards the bottom of this area, and these aren't exactly zones. I do like to play off the zones, but what I have here, these are just more like areas of interest. Places that we've kind of consolidated and we've either turned around or based out, rejected, what have you. So I have that mapped out, and they're real small in comparison to, if you look over here, these are much bigger zones. All right, so these are actually zones here. So anyhow, my area here is, doesn't look like it makes sense. It kind of does, but it's, things made more sense in my Thinkorswim charts. So back to this. So I would have loved to capture that. Missed it. Um, I didn't hop in. I didn't let the FOMO get me. But I started to see they were approaching this here. So I wanted to see what the market was going to do. And that's what you got to do. You have to let the market kind of just tell you the story. Obviously, we're selling off. But were we going to turn around here? Or were we going to just blow right through it? That's the question. And so I waited, and then we started to base out. So there's two plays here. Either, we are kind of extended. I mean, if you look at all this red here, and this is for 30 minutes. So about 30 minutes into the market, we've pushed down, and we've pushed down from 15200. I'm sorry, 15,200 all the way down to 15,090. So over 100 points that we've sold off. So are we overextended? Yeah, I'd say so. So I was thinking, let's go ahead and just see if this bases out. We're near area of interest, and I want to go ahead and go long. So that's my play. So again, this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you how to trade. I'm just showing you what I saw and why I did what I did. Now, there was two plays here. Either we can go long, so we look for a base out and see if we can get this long, or we try to get this short. And so what I like to play to is, pullbacks to like an EMA or a midline on the Bollinger. I think those are nice plays. But here I was more interested in just the base out. I know we're downtrending, but I thought we might capture a bigger move up. So that's kind of why I decided to go with that. So I'm playing counter trend at this point. But either way, it was a good entry. I did that with the bigger accounts that I have here, and it worked out really well. Now, I didn't capture the whole move, but I got about 30 points or 32 points, and then I was done. And so I left those alone. And then as far as my other accounts, that was a fail. But I'm glad I stepped away, and I was able to, get back in once, you can see that we started to turn around here. So one thing that I was looking out for are smaller candles, right? So yeah, we had some smaller candles here, but we're in this area where it's, it's going to be kind of playful. It's going to be bouncing around, and that's what it did. So either grab the bottom of it or the top of it. You got to kind of pick and choose. But if we look down here, these candles started to show that, we're probably going to turn around. And then this guy here, once we put that in, and then now we're starting to make a little bit higher highs over these, then that gave me the confidence to go ahead and take a long play. And so we started to kind of base out. This here was my entry. So not too bad of an entry. And then I just went long with that. All right. So, but I think in my mind, as far as the other accounts, trying to go long earlier is just too early. And it was a bad spot. So had I just taken it with these other accounts here all at the same time, I would have been one and done. But today I decided to space it out and do two separate trades on these accounts here. So it's an interesting week. Today, there's going to be a speech by Powell. And so usually on days like that, or the day before, or the week of, you're going to see some weirdness. And then this week's already been kind of weird with the holiday and everything. And, what it's going to do from here, who knows? I think if I had a guess, I'm going to say we pull up a little bit more, but I don't see us doing a full-on reversal. Definitely don't see that happening. If I had a look at everything here, better yet, let's get this guy here. Okay, so I think seeing right here, you see this area here. I'll grab that. So if we look at right here, it'll be interesting what happens there. Either we're going to hold that, and if we don't, then that could be another good option to go short. So break below here, if we kind of just hang out, then maybe we jump back up in here, and then might start gaining some momentum. And that's okay. I think if we do that, I don't think it's anything to be scared of, but I think that would be a great buying opportunity for down here to go a little heavy. Um, but this is, what is this, 500 points below. So I don't know if we'll make it all the way down here. So I think I'd say we probably hold. We probably hold here, and then maybe we'll start to go back up. But that's my thought. I could be completely wrong. And what's nice about day trading is that you don't have to be 100% right. You can have the wrong idea. Just be willing to pivot. Be willing to change your mindset. But ideally, it's better to just wait, find a better setup, and then take it from there. Let it make sense. Let the charts just paint a better picture. That's all. So yeah, don't let that FOMO get you because there's still opportunity. Yeah, we missed a huge move, but this is nothing to be ashamed about. I'm not sad about these numbers. Um, you know, that's very good. Just compare that to, what you're used to seeing or what you know of as far as daily income or weekly income or even monthly income. Compare it to that. What could this pay for you? What kind of bills could you take care of with that? When you start to look at look at it in that aspect, it really just changes, what this does for you. So that's it. I'm sorry. I think I've talked too much. So if you have questions or comments, drop them in the section below. I'd appreciate that. I do have links in the description, so feel free to check those out in case you are thinking about trying a different prop firm, so you can start learning how to trade or even just gain more capital, more access to capital if you already kind of have an idea how to trade. But yeah, leave those questions, comments in the section below and hit that thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next video.